where we exist in the world today, I think it's super challenging. There's a lot of questions, but there's such a great expectation of like the dark is darkest right before the light breaks through and expands and carries throughout humanity. And that's really my heart, that's really my past. I've experienced a lot of divisive nature just throughout life, but I've always seen such good in people, and I really just wanted to invest in people, because people have invested in me, kind of at my worst. Hi, my name is Aaron Rudd. I'm with Muletown Collective here in the Columbia Arts Building. Primarily, I'm a remote worker, and I do website development, brand development. I've been in technology for over 18 years. We started Muletown Collective in July of 2016. 2017 maybe. It's been 3 years, whatever that looks like. We're almost to the third year of our grand opening. But it was interesting how it all kind of played out and came together. Moved to Columbia 5 years ago from Spring Hill. Began to get involved in community and kind of listen, to what was happening. My intro to community was Muletown Coffee, and so I would work there on Fridays remotely, and just really overhearing conversations and that sort of thing really began to wanted to invest in my own time in community and learn more about people and see how I could ultimately help in being here. So that's the goal of this place. It was a co-working space, primarily focused on workspace, because I needed an office, number one. I was living in a camper, and I think the more that I've learned about people, a lot of people are kind of in that mode of, well, I could live in a camper and build a house or do that sort of thing. And there's a lot of rural parts to this area. People don't have access to internet, that sort of thing. So providing a space, a focused space for people to come connect, not just to do work, but actually possibly have a conversation. Some of those that I was hearing at Muletown Coffee during that time, and some really important conversations seemed to be happening. And I wanted to extend that in maybe more of a focused work environment, collaborative, that we could have deeper, meaningful conversations. And how can we ultimately, based on what we have here in Columbia as a people, use that as a framework for other communities to see like what we're doing here and what we're building and what we're growing. Beyond that, we just wanted to be a resource for entrepreneurs, so people who are getting into business, people who wanted to learn more about social media. We're bringing in workshops, doing training, people based in the community that we were saying, oh, hey, you're a realtor, or you're specialized in this sort of thing or that sort of thing, and would you mind coming and sharing with community? And then we would create an event, have people show up here and kind of have an experience in learning and growing together. We've worked with the Alliance to have various business workshops here, and then had our own Friday night arts events, which were started in the Columbia Arts Building. So between the 4 or 5 different businesses that are represented here, once a month, kind of like they do First Fridays downtown, we wanted to help emerge the arts district here in Columbia as well. So every fourth Friday we would, kind of come up with a theme and then invite the community to come and, have a dancing in the district, live DJ. We have several local brands represented for clothing and that sort of thing. And we do pop-up shops, a lot of it really incredible musicians in the area, artists, connecting with them, giving them a platform to come and express their creative work, maybe inspire someone to kind of come out of their own shell and want to invest their time into community. And so that's really a lot of the work that we've done here. Columbia reminds me a lot of where I grew up in southern Oklahoma. Small town, everybody kind of knows each other. Everybody loves to connect. They have a sense of, family, a sense of, good-heartedness, kindness. And so I really began to find that here just through, we started a farm, so we were around a bunch of farmers. We gained some perspective from farmers. Everyone seemed to be pretty nice and kind and helpful. And just the various people that we met along the way was like, man, I really want to be a part of what's happening here, and really shine a light on it if I can. The last 6 months, the last 3 years, the whole thing has been amazing, far beyond what I could ever have imagined, and at the same time has been deeply troubling and tragic and challenging, and but still, remaining optimistic and hopeful and pushing forward. The entrepreneurial spirit is like, if it's not the way that we desire it to be in our heart of hearts, then we want to see it made manifest in the earth, in this community to start with. And it starts with us, and then it extends beyond that just by sharing a conversation.